Now you see, today we have to see the similarities and difference between the Biot-Savart law and Coulomb's law. Yesterday we have seen about the Biot-Savart law. What is Biot-Savart law? How it depends, and further we have seen the current element. So yesterday we have seen that in case of a current carrying conductor, n number of electrons will be there, so it will be very difficult to track the electrons. Okay, for each electron how much magnetic field is created, that is very difficult. For that particular case, Biot-Savart has given the concept of current element. So as per the current element, a small element of wire is considered, and that wire consists of the same amount of current, and that element dl is carrying the I amount of current. So we have seen that Biot-Savart law states that dB is directly proportional to the current I, dB is directly proportional to the length dl, and dB is directly proportional to the sine of the angle theta, and dB is inversely proportional to square of the distance between the point P and the current element D. The distance between the point P and the D is taken as R. So this we have seen, and one more thing we have seen, that vector form of Biot-Savart law, that also we have seen, and the constant mu naught. What is mu naught? Mu naught is the permeability. What is mu naught? It is the permeability. In case of electrostatics, we have seen the permittivity epsilon naught. Epsilon naught we have seen, and there we have seen that 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9. But here it is mu naught by 4 pi is equal to 10 to the power of -7. So these things we have seen yesterday. So now today we have to see Biot-Savart law, difference between similarities and difference between the Coulomb's law and the Biot-Savart law. So we know the Biot-Savart law is written as dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into I dl sin theta divided by r square, and Coulomb's force is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q1 q2 by r square. So in both these things we have seen that 1 upon r square is common, means both obeys this inverse square law. First thing. Second thing, both are long range. Biot-Savart law or Coulomb's law, both are what? Long range. Long range matlab which force is having the long range. The distance between the 2 points is very long. So they are the long range force. The force where it will be there, force will be there up to a long range. Second thing, we have seen that both will obey the inverse square law. Okay, and third thing, we know that the principle of superposition applies to both the fields, electric field and the magnetic field. Electric field और magnetic field दोनों field में क्या होगा? Principle of superposition will be there. In case of magnetic field, the linear source is given by the product I into dl. Magnetic field में क्या है? The linear source is given by I into dl. And in case of electrostatic, linear source is given by the electric charge. In both these cases, electric field and magnetic field both are having the linear source. Okay, and both will obey the superposition principle. Okay, so this is the first similarities. Also in the first case we have seen that in both the cases similarities are there. What is that? Both are long range and both will obey the inverse square law. Second thing, the principle of superposition applies to both the fields, that is magnetic field is linear and electric field is also linear source. Okay, this is the first thing for the case of similarities and the difference between the Biot- Savart law and the Coulomb's law. Second is electrostatic field is produced by the scalar source. Okay, charge is a scalar quantity. Okay, since charge is a scalar quantity, we will say that electrostatic field, okay, is produced by a scalar source. Okay, but what about the magnetic field? Magnetic field is produced by the vector source. That is, for magnetic field we will say I into dl. This is the vector quantity. So second similarity or dissimilarities or difference between the Biot-Savart law and Coulomb's law is that the electrostatic field is produced by the scalar source, whereas magnetic field is produced by the vector source, that is I into dl. This is the second point. Third point, this electric field is along the displacement vector joining the source and the field point. मतलब इसका क्या मीनिंग है? इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जो है वो किसके अलॉन्ग पर रहेगा? डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर जॉइनिंग द सोर्स एंड द फील्ड पॉइंट. अब मैग्नेटिक फील्ड जो है वो क्या रहेगा? इट इज़ द परपेंडिकुलर टू द प्लेन कंटेनिंग द डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर एंड द करंट एलिमेंट आइडियल. ये जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है इसका एप्लीकेशन इज परपेंडिकुलर टू द प्लेन रहेगा, और इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फील्ड का क्या रहेगा? इट इज़ अलॉन्ग द vector, displacement vector joining the source and the field point. This is the third point of the similarities and dissimilarities. Fourth point, this Biot-Savart law depends upon the angle. Okay, in case of Biot-Savart law, because in case of Biot-Savart law it is that dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi IDL sin theta by r square. So what it indicates? It depends upon angle. If angle is 0, what will happen? Sin 0, it will become 0. So the magnetic field will become 0. Means if the angle made by the point where the magnetic field is calculated and the current, and from the current element the angle is 0 degree, then what will happen? Magnetic field will become 0. Okay, but if it is theta is 90 degree perpendicular, then it will be maxima. But in case of electrostatic field, this angle is not at all depending. इसका मतलब क्या है? इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फील्ड जो है, कूलॉम्स लॉ जो है, वो थीटा के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं करता है, एंगल के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं करता है. मगर बायोट-सावर्ट लॉ क्या है? इट प्योरली डिपेंड्स ऑन द एंगल. ओके, इफ थीटा इज 0 degree, sin 0 is 0, so magnetic field will become 0. If theta is 90 degree, then what will happen? Sin 90 is 1, so the magnetic field will be maximum. So these are the 4 similarities and difference between the Biot-Savart law and the Coulomb's law. So once again I will revise it. First point is that both are long range and both obeys the inverse square law. In both the cases they will obey the principle of superposition. In case of magnetic field is linear in the source ideal. In electrostatic field also there is a linear source. Okay, second point, electrostatic field is produced by scalar source. Electrostatic field is produced by scalar source, that is charge, but magnetic field is produced by vector source, that is I into dl. Clear हो गया? Third point, electrostatic field is along the displacement vector joining the source and the field, but magnetic field is what? It is perpendicular to the plane containing the displacement vector and current element dl. ओके, थर्ड पॉइंट में क्या मालूम पड़ता है? इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जो है वो डिपेंड करता है डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर जॉइनिंग द सोर्स एंड द फील्ड पॉइंट, बट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इज व्हाट? परपेंडिकुलर टू द प्लेन containing the displacement vector and the current element dl. Fourth point, this Biot-Savart law depends upon the angle, but this electrostatic field does not depend upon the angle. तो कूलॉम्स लॉ एंगल के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं करता है, मगर बायोट-सावर्ट लॉ किसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है? एंगल के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. तो अभी हमने क्या देखा फर्स्ट वीडियो में? इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फील्ड, दिस बायोट-सावर्ट लॉ और कूलॉम्स लॉ का डिफरेंस देखा है, और सिमिलैरिटीज़ देखा। सेकेंड वीडियो में सेकेंड पार्ट देखेंगे।